The incidents of violence coming to public attention have only intensified in the current week. These include the heartbreaking murder of a 14-year-old student of Anchovy High, Randy James.
Bless up my people. Welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Anissa Bell Rose. Thanks to all the new subscribers. Thanks to the returning subscribers. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. Turn the post notification bell on. Put it on all so you won't miss an upload from me. On the road to 20k, help me to get there, my people. So in this video, Information Minister Robert Morgan clears up or clarifies the Prime Minister's proposed hate speech law, as well as People's National Party Peter Bunting calling on the government to abandon this failed state of emergencies. Stay tuned for the info to come up in this video. While you're at it, drop a like, share and subscribe to the channel. Some people were seen where the Prime Minister had proposed a possible law/legislation as it pertains to hate speech, and we're seeing where a lot of persons questioning what does he mean by that. Who is this hate speech geared to protect, or who is it geared at, so to speak? And many persons, the opposition, People's National Party, as well as, bishop, members of the church, calling for clarity on same hate speech. And I done a video on that. The link will be in the description down below, so you can check out that video there. But we didn't see the Prime Minister come out to clarify anything. However, the minister responsible for information, Robert Morgan, came out and he spoke, I guess, on behalf of the Prime Minister. And he's saying that the hate speech legislation would complement the other tools being devised by the government as a part of a comprehensive approach towards violence prevention.
The idea of a hate speech law is based on the reality in Jamaica that there are many actors within the society who seek to incite violence against other members of the society using certain language. Gang members, persons who have interest in undermining the state. Now, the role of law is to protect the wider society, and particularly the vulnerable. And I think in Prime Minister floating this idea, he has ignited a discussion within the society that will inform the approach of the government in dealing with the issue of violence, the issue of disorder, and so on. We are a liberal democracy. We are a democracy that is developed, and our laws are based on a plurality of opinions, where persons, when you have joint select committees where we bring laws to the parliament, persons are free to come and opine and to give their perspective. So there's no law that will be passed in Jamaica without the opinion of the people, not just the majority, but there are also minority views when you're passing legislation that are considered and the evidence is clear. If the government decided that we were not going to change anything and we were not going to evolve, then the society and the government would remain static, and then the government would remain irrelevant. Because on a daily basis, on a monthly basis, on a yearly basis, look at artificial intelligence. The government now has a AI task force that has to be looking at the impact, both positive and negative, of artificial intelligence on the society, and we're going to have to have legislation to deal with that. So we cannot acquiesce to a view as articulated by Ms. Motley, where we remain static and we do not move. That is not the Jamaica that we're seeking to help. We have to look at legislation, we have to look at policies, we have to look at the society, and for the good governance of the country, we have to make changes to deal with the problems that have evolved.
So basically he's saying that it will help with the other initiatives to help with this whole crime fighting strategies that the government has implemented. Wanna make me know what you think, as well as we're seeing where there's a whole lot of state of emergencies being put forward by this current administration, and many come forward, People's National Party, saying that, excessive use of this is unconstitutional, and it put a dampens on other persons' livelihood as it pertains to where and where these state of emergencies are. They argued that it would be best for them to use up the Zozo, right? And so we're seeing where they had put a whole heap of state of emergencies in, especially the parishes that are, kicking up with the whole crime and violence. And St. James, and we're seeing where the superintendent of that parish had come out and said that it's working. And I'm going to drop back the video right now for refreshing the memory of what the superintendent says.
What is your take on this?
My take personally is anything that bring a level of calm and result in less or no crime being committed is something that I would subscribe to. Not only the commission or the lack thereof of crimes, but also
go ahead.
Right, so anything that results in no crime being committed or a major reduction in crime is something that I subscribe to. And not only that, any legislation that provides our law enforcement members with legislative latitude to act legally, and it also adds to crime being reduced or perpetrators being arrested, perpetrators being confined in a geographic space that adds value to the team going in and do their work, I will subscribe to.
So you're saying then that you're going to ask for an extension?
It's because really not my favorite to ask, but what I can say is that we report to the commissioner that the state of public emergency that was declared last is a major success, and it is something that we look forward to with regards to the success continuing into the end of the week, end of the month, end of the year as Yuletide season approaches.
Okay, so you're thinking up to 31st of December that you should continue with the state of emergency?
Up to the 31st of December, my view is that any arrangement that can be put in place to ensure that we maintain and continue to reduce crime and violence as it is right now is something that I support.
So you're supporting the extension of a state of emergency?
I'm supporting the extension of any police initiative that results in crime and violence continue to be reduced. If it is a state of public emergency, I support it. If it is a surge operation, I support it. If it is a public operational reset, I'll support it. It is any activities at all. Right now, the state of public emergency has given us excellent results. And because of that result, I'm somehow, I feel comfortable that going into the end of the year is a kind of latitude that we'd want to be working with and ensure that we are able to get the results that we're having right now.
And the takeaway part for that for me was when he said that whatever works, then he would agree with the government to use up that. I was seeing where they had recently dropped another state of emergency in 5 parishes right now, with St. James being one of them in that 5. And my people, the crime and violence is still rampant. We're seeing where a little schoolboy from the whole Anchovy High School has been a victim of crime and violence. We're seeing where 3 persons were killed in separate incidents on Sunday gone, and there's a state of emergency in that parish, right? And right now, opposition, People's National Party, Peter Bunting, is calling on the Prime Minister Andrew Holness to abandon these failed state of emergencies. Hear what he had to say.
Continues to escalate across Jamaica, despite the government's declaration of SOEs in a number of parishes and one police division in St. Andrew last week. The opposition is demanding an immediate reevaluation of Jamaica's crime management strategies in the face of the persistent failure of this administration to provide a safe environment for our citizens. The leadership of both the government and the JCF have been touting the supposed success of the recent SOEs, initially imposed in November, and which spurred a further performative declaration of additional SOEs last week. However, their self-congratulatory indulgence has been short-lived, as at least 21 murders have occurred since last Friday's SOE expansion. Most of these murders took place in SOE areas. Last week, there were 38 murders reported across Jamaica. The incidents of violence coming to public attention have only intensified in the current week. These include the heartbreaking murder of a 14-year-old student of Anchovy High, Randy James, fatally shot while reportedly just seeking shelter during a sudden downpour. That epitomizes the vulnerability of our children.
And remember, my people, back in the past when it was the People's National Party who were in charge of the country, and we're seeing where Peter Bunting, who was the Minister of Security at that time, called for, divine intervention. And we're seeing where groups came out and saying that he should resign because he basically given up, in the whole crime fighting strategies and to get the crime under control. So the fact that these state of emergencies are not working and we have not heard of, any improvement with the crime plan that we heard Nadine Spencer said that they have, would they call now for resignation for persons or call for resignation for this security minister who the people say are not doing anything? Nothing is in place to help curtail this crime and violence. We've seen where they had passed a law to say that they're gonna give the maximum sentence for capital murder of up to 50 years imprisonment. And we've seen where the Chief Justice came out and saying that hefty sentences alone is not going to work. More needs to be done as it pertains to crime and violence. I want to talk up my people based on what was said in this video and tell me what you think of this current administration as it pertains to the combating of the high levels of crime and violence, and if you feel the state of emergencies are working or not working based on the flare-up of violence still happening in areas of the state of emergencies. It's said that 21 persons have lost their lives, and mostly in these parishes where the state of emergencies are over a week period. So, drop an honest opinion and tell me what you think. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel on the road to 20k. Help me to get there, my people. Go over to my other platform, Instagram and Facebook, and follow me over there at Anisabel Rose. Check out the YouTube store, make a purchase, it goes in support of the channel. Check out the YouTube membership, you get a lot of benefits by becoming a member. We do notification shout out in each and every video to be a part of that. All you have to do is be the first to comment, like and subscribe to the channel, and you'll be featured in the following video to come. This notification shout out goes to Horace Anderson. Big up yourself, Horace Anderson. Thanks for the continued support from each and every subscriber. New viewers, come on board, journey with me, join the family, subscribe to the channel, like up the videos, share out the videos, get this video to at least 500 likes. Stay tuned for more videos. Big up on yourself.